Hello, my lovely people. So far, the sound good. I don't know if I should install a mic since I have a lot of microphone, but I do feel like the camera mic is really good. Anyway, let's start this reading. Sadly, I did record this reading before, and then it stopped by pile 4, like another reading. I had to now do a different reading, and then I recorded pile 5, then it was not there, so I got annoyed. So now it was a few days ago, I guess, yes, 2 days ago something, or 1 day ago. Anyway, so now I have to do it again, so I done it differently. I put the biles, I put the cards, different cards, and so on. So let's do this reading again. Your wedding day. No, we didn't watch that reading before. Anyway, your wedding day, the whole day, how it gonna be. We got 5 biles here. Remember to like and subscribe, and if you want to join my membership, you can join my membership. Check the playlist first. I do post readings for members only as well, so you can watch the reading there, and I do post on my Vimeo. Now I'm gonna be posting on my Vimeo as well, so you can check there if you don't have a YouTube Premium. But the YouTube membership, I did put them all in minimum prices because YouTube got like fixed prices, but I did put them on minimum prices, so you can go and check them. Got tongue tie. Anyway, so you can join that, but if you cannot find the join button, you can find the link down in the description. It says join my channel, and go ahead, subscribe to my other channels if you want to. Chill with Ella and elanooud music, and go if you want to be in my IG live. I have a channel Instagram, so you can go there. I go live sometimes, usually every day, but if I'm too busy I don't go. But yeah, you can check there. You know, some of the lives I did post them here on YouTube, so you can go there and join me for readings, like if you want to choose and if you want to be part of the live. Go ahead, I'm gonna put my IG here. Also, you're gonna find it in the description. Make sure to send me a screenshot of your nickname here on YouTube if you have a new page like on Instagram and it's not fixed. Just because I explained that before, I do have a lot of people in my life. They're kind of weird, and I have some predators and stalkers. I do have a lot of shit drama going on, so I'm trying to protect my energy for the meantime, not for anything here. I hope nobody get offended by that, just to make sure, because I do have some, like literally some weird heavy psychopath. Okay, so just for now, after a few months, then later I'm gonna make it public. Anyway, let's start this reading. So your wedding day, how it gonna be. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Choose one. I don't have coffee today. I have Sprite. I did drink a lot of coffee. I did put it here because I left the can here, and I was like afraid that some bug went inside it. I mean, you know, I don't know. Anyway, and it's too hot, so I'm gonna drink it. Number 1 here, your wedding day. I don't drink a lot of soft drinks, but recently I've been drinking those things. I don't know, because I've been watching a lot of things, and then I order some fast food and you want to eat some and drink sometimes, but I don't make it a habit of drinking a lot of soft drinks, you know, like Pepsi and those things. Anyway, your wedding day, let's see. I did choose a lot of cards today. I'm like, I wonder if Spirit wants more cards for you or something, because the other reading went like really weird. I could have boasted, but I wanted to do it again. Your wedding day, I cannot I just feel hot, and also mentioned being hot, so it could be around summer. It could be like when the weather is hot, so you might do it at night. Like when the sunset or around sunset or something like that. So it could be like a very nighty time kind of wedding. It could be also in a very like island place where it kind of, the weather, it kind of hits me a little bit here with this number 1, like something about the weather here. Okay, so I do feel like the weather could be against you, so you might choose a different day or something like that, or a day like around night time, so it will be not so hot. And then outside, maybe you're gonna install things. So if it's like, let's say if it's cold for some of you, you might put like a lot of heaters outside, or they know those fire heaters like in the coffee shop, and something like that you might put outside if it's outside, or you might stay indoor because of the weather. Something about it. Okay, the weather here is like a little bit here, or for others of you it could be like a good weather, but it's like summery weather, so you might be outside at night or something like that. Okay, I do feel like it's gonna be good. It's gonna end up being good. It's not bad. Okay, something about it. It could be a tropical blaze, but there's something about the bug, so maybe there's like bug issues here if it's a tropical blaze. Like, could be for some of you if it's not a cold weather, hot weather, but like a Thailand, something like a Thailand weather, you know, like how is it, there's a lot of bugs here, something about bugs. Okay, but it's gonna be good. Maybe you just have to kind of change the atmosphere, like go somewhere else, or you might have to kind of plan your wedding because of the weather in a way. So you would have to plan it in such a way. It's not gonna be bad, it's gonna be good, but because of the weather you're gonna have to do it this way. Maybe it was not your plan for your wedding day, but you're gonna have to do it this way just because of the weather. Okay, it's gonna end up being really nice. I do see something about getting tanned, or maybe a lot of people are having tan lines if it's like after summer or during the summertime, something like that. Okay, what else I'm seeing here? I do see you not inviting some people. I do see like some people, maybe some old people in your family, or someone like was like very critical, or maybe not approving of your wedding, not approving of the religion or the person that you're marrying, or you, or something like that, or you just don't want the drama. Maybe they're not gonna be invited or not gonna be there because of their health condition. Also, it could be a health condition here. Funny how I shuffled this and then I brought one card and then another card, but they came like the same color here. So I do see for some of you, it could be like you're gonna have a wedding like in a very desert kind of scenery, or like mountains where it's like one color. So you might do like some kind of like a small wedding in the morning or early in the day, like around day. So there's a scenery, or you saying vows or something like that. It depends on your religion how you're gonna do it. So because some people don't, like, you know, European people do the vows and things like that. Other people, other cultures are different. So you might do it outside, something like that, but there's something about the colors outside. So maybe something about the mountains or colors. You might go to a historical place, or like a spa. A spa, it's weird, it said spa. It could be, I'm saying resort, but there's a spa resort. It could be like a resort, there's a beautiful scenery there, or it could be like a beautiful scenery, something about the scenery outside. It could be also saying the river here. I do see like a waterfall, so it could be like a waterfall for some of you. It could be everything, because the general energy, general reading, so messages are different, but follow your intuition on this, so you would know something about the atmosphere around you, something about like you're gonna have a scenery with the same color, so you're gonna take pictures. I do feel like you're gonna hate a lot of people that you're not gonna be inviting those people. I do feel like gonna make sure to not make them invited like on the list or something like that. There's like something about like you making sure that those people don't come to your wedding, like you don't want them in your wedding, like you're very very Betty or something like that. Like, I do not want those people in my wedding. Okay, so something maybe about hateful people, or you're just happy those people are not there. It could be like you have some narcissistic family members, some people or friends are like cousins that you really don't want to see them there. Okay, what else about the wedding? For some of you, I feel like you might be pregnant in the wedding, or your spouse is pregnant in the wedding, so something like that. I do feel like every details are gonna be pretty, something about like every details you're gonna be managing to be part of every details, you and your spouse together. So maybe your spouse also, so like they got, like your spouse got a really great taste, like you both got a really great taste and get along really well on the plan or how you want your wedding. So maybe you both have the same vision of like how you want your wedding. Maybe this person's like you are like together for a long time, like before getting married or something like that. I do see that. I do see a lot of details of like how you want your wedding, so you're gonna be including your spouse in the wedding. You know how like sometimes in some weddings like you just do the wedding, but I do feel like there's a lot of details in the wedding about like what you like and what your spouse like. It could be like you're gonna put some details that is kind of you, like whenever someone looks at the wedding, they know that's you and your spouse. So it's kind of, they know that you gonna, it's like they do kind of think like, of course she brought this or he brought this food because they like that. There's some kind of tiny details about like what you like in the wedding. There's a lot of details there. Okay, so I do feel like you're both gonna be managing to do that details. I do feel like you're gonna plan your wedding for a short time, not a long time. So I do feel like it might seem like a short time, but it's like 5 months to 4 months to 6 months. For some of you, weeks too. So you might have to plan your wedding really, really fast. Okay. So I do see something here about planning your wedding, because for some of you, maybe you're pregnant or your spouse was pregnant and you don't want to have to kind of deal with you being like a little bit thicker about the dress, or you don't want to have to kind of change the dress constantly or something like that, okay? Or the suit, whatever you wear. So even if you wear a suit, it depends on your sexuality or whatever you want. Let me drink. So I do see that number one. I do see something about like I don't feel like you're gonna, if you're someone like Arabic here or Indian or something, someone who like put henna on your hand, you're not gonna do that. Like, or some other cultures, like if they're Muslim, they do that. It depends on cultures, like, but I do feel like you're not gonna do something that your culture do, or maybe you're not gonna do something in the traditional way. It could be not only henna. So for some of you, if it's henna and specific thing, for some of you, you're not gonna do that. For others of you, maybe you're gonna do it. Doesn't matter, but there's something here that it's a tradition that you're not gonna do, okay? What else I'm seeing here about the wedding? I do feel some of you, it could be like same gender, or like you know, it could be different gender or something like that about the gender here. It could be like a more open-minded kind of atmosphere, different, so it's not traditional. So there's some people, maybe they were hating that, so they're not going to be invited for some of you. Or it could be like different color, different nationality, something about different color. Or you both have a baby that some of the family don't like you having a mixed baby or something like that here, okay? But something about the wedding, you could already have a baby together, okay? And what else I'm seeing here about the wedding day? I do feel like the wedding day gonna be very relaxing and very chilling, but one of you gonna be very sleepy. Either you or your spouse are gonna be a little bit sleepy later on, or tired, because I do feel like it's just a full day on, okay, with things. So you may be gonna go in the morning to do things and vows, or there's a scenery here, beautiful scenery, and then later on in the evening there's something. It's a full thing, okay? But I do feel something about the smell, so I do feel like you're gonna have time in the evening to maybe change and shower. So maybe in the evening later on after the wedding, you might go early or something like that, because you want to shower and look nice for your spouse, or you both want to shower and look nice and dress up a different outfit for each other or something like that. I do feel like you're gonna end up like having like fun or something, like, but you're gonna chill together like in a very private place. So you might be after the wedding, or you might leave early the wedding or something like that, and there's like a chilling thing. So maybe you're gonna have a room that was like set for you, like there's a table for you together for dinner or drinking wine. There's some kind of thing, a setup, a private setup for you and your spouse together, just alone. It's like privately. I do see someone may be there a little bit and then they're gonna leave. So maybe there's someone there. It could be a chef or a waiter or someone there gonna be there, then they're gonna leave. But because there's someone there for some of you, someone who takes pictures, and then later on they're gonna leave, but you're gonna spend the night together. There's a lot of sex, of course, gonna happen for some of you here, but I do feel like some kind of set for you and your spouse together. I do feel like early in the morning you might travel for some of you and go to another place, or you might spend in the place, like the place that you set in, because maybe the place is like a spa resort, so you might be ending up like after the wedding spending times there, like more 5 days or something like that there to enjoy yourself, or there's a lot of things or activities. Or I do feel like for some of you it could be like in the country, you're gonna go to a different state or something like that. I do feel like you're gonna have time before you go home. There's like a lot of things that you're gonna do before like you go home and to your work or to your routine. So there's a lot of things. So I might travel, but I'm seeing something weird here. Could be travel, or could be like sitting in a resort, or like could be also like having a house, like you know, like renting a house in a place that it looks very beautiful or something like that, because it looks like very cozy and it's like a house. So it could be a resort that you get used to it, you know, like when you get used to the resort. I don't know if you went to any resort and then you end up like, if you spend time in the resort, the people in the resort feels like your family, even the workers there, so something like that. Or it could be like a house that you're gonna rent, okay? What else I'm seeing here? I do realize some of you, this is really weird, but you might go, if you're not pregnant, of course, you might go to a shisha bar, or there's like some activities. You might go to like party, you and your spouse, after that, or maybe also for some of you before the wedding day. And I do see that. I do feel like something about smoking weed, or you might go to a place that you really wanted to go. It could be like wild things and activities for some of you, okay? Let's go to the second pile. So number 2, your wedding day. I swear, like this camera, Sony, like the battery, I do feel like it ends really fast. Like I heard people saying that before, like you have to buy another battery, but it charged really fast, like literally, I kid you not. You could just leave it charging there for like 10 minutes and it's full. Like, this is what good about it. But ooh, as soon as the snake come out. Ooh, actually it's not bad, don't worry. Let's see your wedding day. This is very sexy. Something about it very sexy. I'm feeling a sexy energy, to be honest. This is the love of your life that you're gonna marry, first of all, or someone very hot, or there's a lot of love. Look at the lovers here. And I didn't even check the lovers because I don't use these cards like often. It was new deck, and then I checked the pictures, but I didn't see. But like, look at the lovers. That's when I was speaking about love. There's something about this person that you really love. Like, I know there's like people marry people they love, but something about it is true love. Like, you're not hesitating, it's not a need, it's not a lust. It could be for some of you, but I do feel like this is something that you waited for. Like, for some of you, I do feel like you've been through a lot of bad relationship, maybe also divorce, or maybe things like that. And you end up in a relationship that you were committed to those people and you really wanted some kind of commitment or marriage, but this person different. This person is different, and you waited for something forever like that. So it feels right. Something about the wedding feels right. Feels good. And I do feel like a lot of enemies here are like, you both are very strong. I do feel like you have some enemies here, they're very jealous, okay, with you. They're very jealous of you or your spouse. They could be jealous of this relationship. They could be like really want you. I do feel like you both are strong, so you kind of tend to attract kind of low self-esteem people and blah blah blah, and people who like want you and kind of intimidated by you and make you feel bad. And then maybe you have exes that they're really bad and they want you for the wrong reason and they end up abusing you, like, if you're a strong personality person and you're very hot, you end up, sometimes it's not your fault, but you end up making those people feel insecure, or they feel insecure, so that's why they cheat and they treat you bad, or they want to make you feel less than. I feel like you have those people who are regretting losing you or losing your spouse. You both could have same things here going on. So it could be a twin flame for some of you, okay? So I do feel like your spouse and you could have enemies, or some people may come to the wedding and they might like look at the wedding or pictures and they might try to come back to you or your spouse. One of you here could be specifically, there's some exes trying to come back here and they're trying to kind of like, maybe like your spouse got some exes like, I really want, like, I want you, don't marry this person, I'm sorry, like, I really love you, and blah blah blah. You could have exes like that. You could have baby mama, baby daddy, or someone like that. It could be like, I love you and I want you, something like that, okay? So I do feel like this is gonna feel like it's right. I do feel like they're gonna get their karma during your wedding day. So something may happen and they're gonna get a karma here. That's what I'm seeing. Something about your wedding day is very beautiful and very classy, very different to where, there's the thing. Follow intuition, because energy could be reversed. Either you and your spouse, one of you here could have a very expensive taste or a different culture, that this culture can have like not very unique style. They could have like they could have something in the wedding. They could have like a lot of details, like their culture comes like with, those heavy cultures, like they could have like wedding things set up like for the wedding, like they have tradition, they have things, they have a lot of things that like it's culture, it's like something from their heritage. They could have a lot of things, and some cultures they have heavy things, like they have like days that they do that and days they do that. They have a lot of extreme things. Some other cultures they have simple things in the wedding. There's something about your spouse could have a different culture than you or something like that, but the wedding looks very beautiful. So your spouse could have like their spin on the wedding, and they have things from their culture that they're gonna do in their wedding. I do feel like you have someone who's very cute. It could be from your spouse's family or your family. Follow your intuition that this person, something I saw here also, this person could be very crafty. Use your hand here. So there's someone who's like gonna put a lot of work in your wedding. So maybe there's someone who's like very handy with their hand, and they use something, or they're gonna create something very beautiful for your wedding, like maybe a gift basket or a design, or you could hire a designer or someone, a wedding planner. It could be here that they're very, like, they are very detail oriented. It could be a wedding planner, because someone here like gonna make the wedding really beautiful, or it could be you or your spouse. They have like a lot of, you have a good taste, okay? I'm saying like something about it is a good taste. Let me tell you, something about your wedding is just very beautiful and very like different, very different. Creative is the word, like very creative, okay? So I do see a lot of things like maybe they don't go together, but they go together in the wedding. Like, how did you think of that, okay? Something like that I'm hearing, like, how did you think or come up with this design or idea, something like that. I do feel like here, what else gonna be happening? I do feel like during the wedding, you might have something on your body, like a tattoo, or you might get a tattoo before the wedding. Maybe you're gonna surprise your spouse and you're gonna get a tattoo of their name, or there's something, or your spouse gonna do that. Someone's surprised about a tattoo here on the wedding. I don't know, maybe you're gonna get their name on or something like that, about a surprise of tattoo. For others of you, maybe your spouse or you could be from a culture that you wear a lot of henna, like our culture or Indian culture, before the wedding. So you might do a lot of henna designs on your hand or something like that, okay? I do see that. I do see a lot of lingerie, so I do feel like one of you here are gonna buy a lot of lingerie, or both of you might buy a lot of things, like sexual things here, or you have kink, or you want to start the night with a kink, or your wedding day, you want to do something sexual, or you are very horny, because I do see a lot of kink. You're waiting for it. So for some of you, maybe you're saving yourself for marriage, or it could be like you did not have sex before the wedding, or you could have sex before the wedding, but there's something about a new thing that you want to try together, sexual, okay? So I feel like the wedding day, one of you gonna be more relaxed than the other person. The other person could be relaxed. I do feel like both of you are relaxed, but the other person is like a little bit worried about something, or they have some kind of trauma. They could have childhood trauma, and they could like be a little bit nervous from the wedding. I'm not saying they're nervous about you, but they're nervous about the wedding. They could not like the atmosphere of the wedding and them being in the wedding, or they feel like it's a lot of pressure being in a wedding, or they feel nervous about like being the center of everybody looking at them or something like that. So your spouse, you could have anxiety from something, or here like maybe they have anxiety from people, or like family members, or maybe they have something that happened to them in their childhood, or maybe they have a diseased person like parents or something like that. There's some kind of anxiety gonna come here, but I don't feel like it's gonna be a big deal. But I feel like the love here is intense, so I feel like you both are like very romantic to each other, and you both want each other, and you cannot wait to look at your spouse and what they're wearing. You both are like cannot wait also to take pictures. So I do feel like a lot of pictures and videos here are taken. So it could be like someone gonna take pictures of you, or videos, or everybody. Seems like everybody's snapping pictures and video. It could be like boasting in their media about you or something. You could be like really famous in your media, or your spouses, or both of you, or something about like posting a lot of pictures. You could have a photographer or someone like that here. I do see that. I do see beautiful cars there. I don't know what is it exactly about the cars, but for some of you, because it's a general energy, every time she's about similar energies, different messages, there are beautiful cars that bark outside, or like there are like exotic cars, or it could be this. Some of you could be like a gift, a wedding gift from some parents of you, or it could be your spouse gonna give you a wedding gift, like a car. There's exotic car that you might ride after the wedding, or something about cars. Or you could have like you could have something like here we do also in the Middle East, like like after the wedding. Is it after the wedding or before yeah, after the wedding, when you leave, then they kind of follow you in the car, and then they just like they press the sound like like that. They press that, the horn. I do feel like something like that. Maybe you have some kind of setting about the car, like the car like one color, or there's something on the car, or it could be like a car that would design or something on top of it. There's something about the car, or this car, or a gift like as a car. So it could be like a car here. I just see something I just see a surprise, to be honest. Like it could be a surprise from your spouse, or your side, or someone from the family gonna give you a surprise in the wedding, because there's like a surprise, a beautiful surprise in the wedding. Okay. Some of it could be a pregnancy. It could be like your spouse gonna tell you they're pregnant, or one of you is pregnant in the wedding. So it might like be like a surprise in the wedding that you're gonna have in the wedding day or something. Or for some of you, you might try to have a baby in the wedding day, like having sex, like you just wanna like do something here in the wedding day, and you decided to kind of like not play safe in the wedding day or something like that. Or it might actually end up to a pregnancy here. The wedding sex, the wedding day sex, okay? What else here I'm seeing about your wedding? So I do feel like your wedding gonna be very modern, like it's just modern. So something about modern, okay? There's like a lot of technology maybe in your wedding day. There's a lot of technology that you're gonna be involved in the wedding, or something moderated. So you could have something old that you're gonna moderate it, that gonna look in a very modern way. So you could have your wedding in a very old vintage place, but it's kind of moderated in the design. So I do feel like something is not expected, but it's very creative, okay? So you might have, maybe you're gonna do the wedding in a place that everybody gonna be like, your wedding here, like in this place, I don't see how. this place kind of look weird, or but you see some vision. I do feel like one of you here, or the wedding planner or someone, like see a vision in a place and they really want to do the wedding there, and they're gonna end up being beautiful. You're like, how the fuck did you turn this place so, like, because you see a view or you see a scenery there that you want to do your wedding there for some of you, and I feel like the wedding gonna be really good. Okay, what else I'm seeing here about the wedding day? As I said, you're gonna have sex, but something about a new kink you're gonna try. Let's see after the wedding day what gonna happen. I do feel like you're not gonna travel right away, so you might spend the day like at your home, or like sitting there, or just being together, or spending time together. There's no traveling right away after the wedding. Could be like just spending days together or something like that, or one of you could have work later on after like a few days or something like that. Okay, let's go to the third pile. Ooh, did you see what the card did? So number 3, wedding day. How it gonna be wedding day number 3? Do you hear the music? You could be British, okay? Or let's not jump into it. Let's put the card first. But yeah, I did see that coming. But the card, can you see the cards? All of them, yeah. So something here, I'm seeing racism right away. Racism right here. So you could have a family member who's gonna reject your person, or other way around, your family member or their family member, someone here, okay? Or someone is like mad at the wedding, or someone here doesn't want the wedding, someone here doesn't like the wedding. You could have a drama. Literally, you could have a drama with a person here. Could be a family member, or their family member is gonna be like very, like, they're gonna be like so up your ass or your spouse's ass about the wedding. They might irritate you a little bit, but I don't feel like you're gonna take it seriously, or your spouse, like, you really like don't acknowledge their existence. They might like, could be an older person, a grandmother, a grandfather, a father, or an auntie, or someone like, we're gonna be like, do that. They act like they know everything, and they're gonna be like really trying to control everything around. They try to kind of do their wedding, your wedding, I mean, like, saying their wedding like it's their wedding. Literally, they might do the wedding like it's their wedding. Like, you're gonna be like, okay. I do know some of you, you're not gonna be minded, but you're gonna be like literally politely gonna be saying go. But I do feel like it could be on your spouse's side. It could be your spouse could be more irritated than you with that person and fighting this person, but you don't mind, because you're gonna be like, I don't give a fuck actually, because I'm not gonna be taking orders from her or him, and I'm gonna be like just doing the table, the style that I want. But there's someone who's like gonna be like, you know, there's some family drama here that they're gonna be like, I want to be seated there, I want to be invited, I want like 5 invitations, or 5, you know, the kind of people who like try to stress your wedding, that, you know, those kind of family member, like always stressful, and like in your wedding day they just end up being stressful and critical. This is the kind of person, you know, you could have something like that. But I do feel like on your spouse's side it could be, and your spouse could have a lot of drama with them. Your spouse could be also frustrated by them, and it could be annoying your spouse more than you, okay? So I do feel like your wedding day gonna be very like, there's something about, it could be a cold weather. This is what I'm seeing in flowers, okay? It could be around winter or cold weather or something like that. There's no water around you at all, so it could be like in a city also. So it could be in a city place for some of you, like a city hall, or it could be like in church at first, but in the middle of the city. It could be like in the middle of a town or middle of a city, like there's a you're gonna book a hotel, or there's like, you know, a gala place or hall, like you're gonna book a place to celebrate the wedding or something like that. Here I do see that. I do see someone like, oh my god, there's a drama, literally. So you could have like some drama. You have like this family member, like who got, like, you have nieces, or you have nephews, or you have cousins, or they have cousins, or like they're just there to kind of like show off, or they are there to kind of criticize everything or something like that. Or you could have those people who like, they just come there, they pretend that they're your family in the wedding day, and it's kind of like they're sitting there and you feel like you had to invite them, or maybe because they're family they should be there. But if you know that they don't have the best intention for you and your spouse, it could be racist with, like, it could be like also racist with you, it could be like mixed, or it could be different than them, different color, so you know that they're not friendly with you before, so they're gonna be in the wedding or something like that. I don't feel like you're bothered or your spouse is bothered, but gonna be like a little bit frustration, maybe because there's a lot of people, so your spouse is not bothered by them or you not bothered by them, but there's this person who's like giving you a lot of order. It's kind of irritating your spouse or you. Okay, so your wedding day, I do feel like you're gonna end up a little bit feeling you're gonna feel like annoyed, because it's like there's something that you're supposed to do and this person keep taking the role, or I don't know, like, because it's general energy and general reading, so follow intuition and apply the messages on your situation. Okay, so I do feel like for some of you, it could be someone that's taking advantage of everything. It's like your wedding day, you're supposed to do something and they're there. It's like your breakfast and it's your whatever shower, or it's like, and they're there. Like you want space from them. They could be like they have good intention, but they're there everywhere. It's kind of like you have a gift that someone's sending you, for example, a bottle of rosé, and you're in the room trying to kind of dress up or shower or do something in a hotel room or something like that, and they go open your gift and open your rosé bottle and they drink it before. Like, I know it's fine, but it's like they just a mess. Okay, they're just like, you didn't even have time to kind of, maybe you want to take a picture, you wanted to put it on your story or something like that. They're just a little bit too much. Okay, intense, a little bit intense. There's a person is a bit intense for some of you. Okay, or it could be on your spouse's side. I'll see at the wedding. How is the wedding? I do feel like the wedding gonna be like, there's a different colors of, some of you could be Indian, yeah, it could be Arabic, but like Arabic people don't do a lot of colors. There's like also there's a theme of color, but there's like, could be Indian. Okay, it could be also Arabic, because I'm seeing like a different color in the wedding, like a lot of colors, or you could be from Pakistan or something like that, because there's a lot of colors in the wedding. You could have some kind of theme of colors, or something about colors, or something about design, or it could be a lot of different colors of people, nationality day in the wedding. Be a lot of workers from your work or colleagues, something like that. Okay, well, let me see also about the wedding. For some of you, the wedding could be traditional. For some of you, not all of you, so it could be like, could be an arranged marriage, it could be something like that. Okay, I do see the wedding gonna be, you're gonna like the wedding. Okay, I do feel like you're gonna like the wedding, or your spouse gonna like the wedding, but it might be very quiet and very simple to a lot of people taste. It's not what they wanted. It could be like also a cozy wedding, like a family wedding where like a lot of family are there, because I do feel like it could be also there's home cooking in the wedding. It could be a small wedding, or it could be like there's food and everything, like there's a buffet, but it's not that big as wherever people do in your country. It's not that big, it's not that extreme, it's just very simple wedding. I do feel like you could have also a simple dress, or your spouse is very simple, or there's something about it is very simple. Okay, it is a simple wedding. I feel like your wedding day gonna be like that, and then you might have like a quiet time. There's not a lot of activities or something like that, and I do feel like after the wedding you might end up like spending time with your spouse's family, or they're gonna invite you to something like dinner or something like that, or there's something about you visiting some family member or their family, so you could be in town for something. So after the wedding day you're gonna be spending time with your spouse and then visiting their family, or you visiting their someone like that. Maybe you're gonna go and they're gonna introduce you, or they're gonna invite you for dinner in their house, or someone gonna invite you, there's invitations or something like that, and you might just have to dress up and go to dinners or something like that. Okay, that's what I'm seeing here. Yeah, number 4, your wedding day. Ooh, dang. Ooh, did you see that? Did you see the rock? Did you see that? Oh my god. You're like, tell me, Elanooud, tell me, Ella, what's going on? My name is Elanooud, for the people who like came here. My real name is Elanooud. Okay, so anyway, something about say my name, or your name is on something. First of all, let me tell you, you or your spouse or you together are fucking bossy. Like, you're bossy. You're like pause it, like, yeah, you're like, it's my fucking wedding day, and if I say I want that, you have attitude here, okay? So your spouse could have attitude. You might laugh at your spouse, or one of you here is like really, really loud, but it's funny. You might laugh at your spouse because nobody can fuck your wedding, and your spouse is very like into details. Like, if I say I want that, it's like your spouse can be like, come to the table, for example, check in the tables, or you could have a family member like that. It could be your spouse or family member is like, it could be a family member who's gonna defend you too much, or gonna be controlling the wedding. It's like trying to kind of, it's not controlling the wedding, it's more like trying to make your wedding perfect. Like, no, they don't want any mistake. If you didn't ask for it, then you didn't ask for it. You could have a family or cousin or sister, brother. For some of you, it could be your spouse. So just follow intuition. Or it could be like your spouse and your sister or your brother or someone are together. You could have someone who's like with a strong personality. Someone who's like, I don't feel like if anything went wrong, like if someone came to the wedding and caused a lot of stress, this person or your spouse gonna deal with it. It's like, can you please leave and deal with the drama outside? We don't want any drama here in the wedding. Or like if your table, like you didn't ask for, I don't know what crystal on the table, or glasses like this color, or whatever glass or whatever design, I did not ask for this color. And they were like, oh, we did, this is last time, we already prepared. It's like, I don't give a fuck. Like, you take all these glasses, you put it on the fucking truck, and you leave with them, and you bring the glasses by time. If you don't, I'm not gonna give you money. Something like that. Somebody with a lot of attitude and controlling the wedding, and there's nothing going wrong, but something. So I stopped recording, but let's finish this reading. Number 5, as I said, there's a lot of like a graffiti or something like that. You want to take pictures, or there's something about your, maybe it's a town that's like a village or a town that looks very beautiful that you're gonna take pictures there. But I do feel something about like you gonna wear some kind of streetwear, or maybe you're gonna take pictures with like the family, the whole family. So maybe early in the day or later on, or there's something about pictures. They're gonna be like wearing something. For some of you, maybe gonna wear something like not very traditional. Like you might wear something like full of colors, or you might wear like a white dress. Your spouse, if you're like a female, or if you're a man, you're gonna wear a suit that's gonna be different, or gonna be like your style. Or there's something about taking pictures. So I do feel like a lot of taking pictures here, something like that, about taking pictures. Or you might have during the day or later on, you might have like a photo shoot. But I do feel something about the street or outside, you can take pictures, or in the place, or there's some kind of like a lot of music, or it could be a celebration, or a lot of people there around you. Okay, could be also like a pool party. It look like a pool party, or there's a pool there, and people maybe later on gonna be like wearing like swimwear after the wedding, or early in the morning. First they're gonna wear like swimwear, and there's a lot of seafood food or something like that. Also, it could be like a lot of dancers outside or something like that. I do feel like a lot of colors, a lot of things going on in your wedding. Okay, I do feel like your wedding gonna be like something healing here. I do feel like something about like you gonna make up with some people. So it could be like family members that you didn't talk to, or you're gonna see people that you didn't see for a while. I do see that. You might see like family members that you didn't see them because maybe they live abroad or somewhere far away. They're gonna come to your wedding, like nieces and nephews or kids or something like that. You might like, that's why I'm gonna celebrate. You're gonna be really happy, and there's a lot of celebration because you're gonna be like gathering with the family together. I do see that. What else I'm seeing here? Okay, this is interesting. I feel like someone who's gonna hate you, or someone who hates you, gonna be there in the wedding, but they might try to do something or say something. They might try to ruin the wedding, but you're gonna let them go. But they might try to kind of argue with you or have a fight with you during the wedding, try to make you feel bad and make you feel down or something like that. Here, there's someone who's like, they just wanna make you feel bad. Okay. Could be like an older person, or could be also a younger person, but someone here like who hates you, gonna be trying to make you feel bad. What else here I'm seeing about the wedding? I do feel like after the wedding, there's something about like you're gonna go to your house. So this is the thing. I do feel like maybe for some of you, you could have like 2 houses or 2 countries, or you come like you're a mix from 2 countries or something like that. Or you have family members in another country or something like that. So you might be like you have a house there or something like that, about a house. So you really like to spend time in this house that you don't go more often. So maybe it's like a family house or something like that, or it could be your own house, that childhood house, or a cottage or something like that. You want to spend time there. You're very excited about like after the wedding spending time in the house or your house, and then later on going around town. It could be like a town they really like. It could be like also in a Greece, like it could be like this is could be like in Greece or it could be someplace, because I do feel like you're excited about like the next morning after the wedding. Like I do feel like gonna spend till the morning, a lot of people dancing, but later on when you sleep and get up, you might feel like you want to go outside or spend a lot of time. There's like you want to take pictures or walk around the city. It could be like a very beautiful city, so it could be Greece or something like that, because I do see like it could be like a Greece wedding or some wedding like people are loud and dancing, or they have some kind of dance. It could be also Arabic dance or something like that. They have some kind of dance, okay? And what else I'm seeing here, I do feel like your spouse is very hot or very attractive. You could be attractive yourself, but something about your spouse is being attractive. And I do feel like something about the wedding, you might end up not feeling really great about yourself or about something, or you might feel like a little bit, you might not like something. And this is kind of weird, okay? Because I feel like maybe your insecurity gonna hit about something here. It might like not like something, or you feel like maybe your spouse family gonna judge your family, or your family gonna judge your spouse family. You can feel a bit insecure about something here, maybe a tradition that you have. You feel like a little bit embarrassed if they're gonna be like feeling awkward about it, or something like that that you do, or something that your family wants to do, or something like that. But gonna end up feeling great. But I do feel something about you being insecure. Okay, so let's see what else here. Yeah, I do feel like a lot of dancing, a lot of loud music, people dancing, enjoying themselves. It could be like all the day. I do feel like your day gonna start only from the wedding, like not the whole day. There's no activities except the pictures, or maybe gonna walk around town. For some of you, it might just like literally walk with a sweatshirt or a short, like around town and take pictures before your wedding, like just normal pictures, like with your cousin or someone. You're like, hey, I'm having breakfast, my wedding day in a few hours. Like literally, you're just having a bun in your hair, or like doing your hair in a bun, or like if you're a man also like wearing a shirt or something like that. Like I have like literally a few hours for my wedding and I'm having breakfast here in this place, or you're taking pictures with your sisters or someone or a family member, you're walking around town or something like that. So I do feel like something about it. And then the wedding day gonna start, like the wedding gonna start like in a time, so you don't have like two sets or something like that. Some people have like different setting and the wedding party later on. So I do feel like gonna start around the evening time, and people will guess gonna come around here. I do feel like gonna end up feeling better. So you could be like struggling with something. This is the thing I'm seeing. Like it could be your insecurity is gonna come from something. So something maybe happened before right now in your life that you feel like this wedding day gonna make you feel better, or gonna make you feel happier, or something like that. Or maybe you have a loss in the family before, or something like that, or you're sad that one of your parents are not there, something like that. Okay, what else I feel like around the wedding gonna be happening? I don't feel like a lot of gifts here gonna be happening, but some people gonna be like maybe gonna give you good gifts, but like small gifts. I don't feel like big gifts, okay? So I do feel like it could be like you have a simple family member or something like that, or your family member are simple, so they might give you like drinks or some kind of gift, something about being simple. So you could have a very, like, you could be from two countries or something like that. In this country they have like very simple things. They could be like something about simple gifts, that some people are gonna give you a very simple gift. Maybe your spouse is gonna be like, weird, why do they give me gifts like that? Like, just very weird. But for you, it's gonna be like normal, something like that. I don't know, something about the gifts, okay? But something, or maybe it's like you're gonna have gifts in the wedding, or you have wedding gifts in the wedding, like, and maybe your spouse doesn't have that in their culture, and it's like, why everybody bringing gifts with them? Like, it's weird. Something like that, or something about the culture, and your spouse's family gonna be like, why are people doing that, or bringing that with them, like, or bringing food with them, or something else, like gonna be like, what's going on here, something like that, okay, for some of you. But I do feel like you're gonna enjoy the wedding, especially your spouse. I do feel like spouse gonna really enjoy the wedding, maybe more than you, because it could be like something in you they didn't see before. They're just gonna be really happy with it. So I do feel some of you have a kid already, something about a kid here, so I do feel like gonna take care of your kid, or something about your kid gonna be there in the wedding. So I do feel like this is like casually walking in the town before. It could be because you have a kid and your kid gonna be like walking with you around town taking pictures. But yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. Have a lovely day, my lovely people. Remember to like and subscribe to support my channel, and yeah, bye bye.